All right, guys. Welcome to our prep call for the second gut health renovation group. Today we're gonna have a mix of some of veterans and some of our new ones, new participants, and we're really, really excited for you guys to experience what we have experienced this last month. Tomorrow is our last day, and then Monday you guys start. So this is an ongoing process. I think you're gonna get a lot of mindset from me. You're gonna get some tough love. Sometimes you're gonna get some very blunt language because I like to just tell it like it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. When your health is important, you're gonna do whatever it takes to get it done. So that's my opinion on that. So what are we gonna do as we get ready for Monday? Today and tomorrow are super important, right? So the first thing I wanna talk about is what you need to do to get yourself aligned and ready to start. Hold on, am I getting some? Okay. So the first thing, please watch the videos in Beachbody On Demand in the Gut Health Protocol folder. Beachbody On Demand is the streaming service. If you're brand new to it, I sent you an email with instructions on how to access everything. Please download the app to your phone, Beachbody On Demand. That there is a tracker of containers there. It is not exactly aligned with gut health protocol, but it gives you the general idea. I track my food every day, guys, every freaking day. That's why when I hear people tell me, oh my God, you're so lucky, you look so good. Well, it's not for freaking luck that I look like this. I track my food. I know what I'm eating. If I'm missing something, I'm gonna know it. I don't wing it. I measure. My containers are on my counter every single day. My friends can attest to that. Anna knows. She comes to my house. She knows my containers are always laying around. They're everywhere. So use your containers. Back to the videos. Please watch all the entry videos. Okay, they're 5 minutes or so each. They are important. They're going to give you the general essence of what this process is about. After you've done watching the videos, please download and print the food list. I have those. I don't need them anymore because I already got it. But that first week, that list was sitting next to me all day long. I was taking it everywhere because there's still, even though I'm used to portion fix, there's little nuances that are different in this program. You're going to need to refer back to the list. And I'm going to say this in a really gentle way, but very blunt too. We can't answer every question for everybody. So refer to the list, please. If you have to take pictures and have it on your phone, take a picture of the list so that you can quickly cross-reference. Oh my God, is quinoa a protein or a carb? It used to be a carb in portion fix. Now it's a protein. Those little things are on the food list. If it's not on the food list, generally speaking, it is not allowed. That's just the way it works with Autumn. Like gluten-free bread, technically, it's not on the list. I had it one time because I wanted something different, but it's not on the list. But she does have a recipe for gluten-free bread. So I would try to stick to what's on the list as much as possible. I know that if you follow her on Instagram, and you should from this point forward, she shares a lot of recipes, things like miracle noodles that are not on the list. She gives you permission to use that. That is a vegetable. So, you know, stay in tune with all those things, but accept responsibility for your journey, because I've always said this, even on the coaching side, you learn by doing. You learn by fighting through the mistakes and the challenges and those slip-ups. That's how you learn. So print the list and have them handy. Figure out your where you fall in your calorie zone. That's the second thing. Run your calculation. I'm not going to be talking people out of Plan A on this one. For those of you who know me for a long time, know that I hate Plan A. But Plan A has a little bit more food because it has more vegetables. So if that's where your calculation puts you, go in Plan A. All I ask is that, and I'll talk about this as we go through the journey, is that the point of this process is to become familiar and really in tune to what your body is doing. If the 1,200 calorie to 1,499 zone is not feeling good, you have headaches, that is always, for me, a telltale sign that I'm like, my body needs more. Is these weird little headaches that I get, when I'm super hungry. You fatigued, you're not getting the energy that we're talking about, you're not feeling it. It could be that you're not eating enough. So don't try to force a square peg into a round hole just because of a calculation. You have to be in tune with what your body is doing. It's really important. So if it's plan A, then go for it. If it's B, that's where I'm at. I love it. It has a lot of food. I probably eat more than what's on my plan, but it's usually vegetables, by the way. Just make sure you're tracking for accuracy and that you are in tune with what's happening. Your pictures, really important. Guys, I know that it's hard and maybe you're like not feeling it and you feel like super conscious or maybe ashamed of where you're starting at. Take the pictures, please take the pictures. Good lighting, have someone take it for you. Try to make sure that you center your pictures, that you pick a spot that maybe facing a window so that you have really good light on you. Wear tight fitting clothes. You don't have to wear a bikini. Please don't wear underwear. The pictures in the underwear are like a little much for me. But it's important that you take pictures, all angles, right? Front, facing to the side, your back side, back to the other side, your profile, forward, a step forward. Another angle that you could do is a video where you just do like three or 4 seconds front, turn to your profile, turn to the back, and have that like a 360 view, because then later on you can make like a reel out of it, or you can share it as a video with a side-by-side. Super important. If you have jeans, go through your closet. If you have jean shorts that don't fit and you're like forcing them closed, take a picture in that item. That is one of the most visually, like it really highlights the transformation when you have clothing involved. So do that, okay? So this is gonna take a little bit of time, but it's important. Remember, it's for you, right? Because when the little devil that's inside your mind, the little gremlin, I call it, starts saying that, oh my God, the scales only move 2 pounds, nothing's happening. And then you put on those shorts and they fit you, you're going to be like, holy shit, the scale is not the end all be all. So you have to take the damn pictures, and we'll track them weekly if you want. But that is where you're going to really see what's happening besides the scale. The scale to me, and I told this to the first group, I personally have not weighed myself. I gave it up for Lent. I weighed myself on day 1, and I was like, God, please, sorry, but I just need to track this beginning weight. I haven't weighed myself yet. I have no idea. I have no idea how much I weigh. I could weigh the same exact amount, and actually I wouldn't care because I know my clothes are super loose and I feel amazing, so I know something's happening. If you use the scale as a tracking device and it doesn't affect your mindset, use it. I still wouldn't weigh myself every day though. That's a little much, maybe weekly. But if you're like me and you use it as a punishment or as a weapon against your mindset, don't freaking weigh yourself. Wait until the end, because at the end of the day, what I'm going to try to teach you guys is to focus on other things. My first group will attest to this. I'm always like, let's celebrate the non-scale victories. How you feel, your skin, how are you sleeping, your digestion, is your bloating going down? Maybe you're not constipated anymore, which I know a lot of women have. Another thing that I experience is like when I have my period, I get horrible night sweats. And that's probably because menopause is like starting to knock on the door. I didn't have it this time. So those little things are things that you got to be aware of. And if we only measure success by a damn number on a scale, we're never going to be happy. Never. Because the scale is just the gravitational pull of the earth on your body. It is a stupid device, and it does not dictate the amount of work and what you've put in. So please, let's shift the mindset on that. Okay, so we got prep and videos. Okay, let's continue with the mindset, and let's talk about the first week. Just know, going in, I'm just going to say it, accept that this week is going to be a little hard. And all the veterans will be like, the first week is overwhelming. It is. Just know that it is. You're getting used to it. You're figuring out how to distribute your containers, which if you're new, I sent you how I distribute my containers. I like them the same every single day because I like to follow the same patterns every day. It's easy for me that way. I sent that to you. So review that. You're going to figure out what foods you like and don't like. I know that a lot of the girls in the first group noticed that they didn't like doing the bowls. I like the bowls. I like throwing everything in a bowl and making it look pretty and then mixing it all together and eating it as one giant slop. That's what I like. My husband likes it too. Other people don't like that. They like the typical chicken breast with a vegetable and a carb. And that's fine. But these are the things that you got to allow yourself to figure out, right? And this is why it's your journey, because what I like, you may not like. The seasonings I use, you may not like. The combos that I put together, you may hate. And if you're following me and taking my lead and copying me, you may be super unhappy because you're hating the food. So take the time to figure out what combinations you like. You'll figure this out the first week, and then use your food list to make sure that you're staying on track and that you're using the right containers. Remember, in the yellows, there's an A and a B, and in red, there's an A and a B. So you have to make sure that you're getting from both. Okay, that's the mindset for week 1. For those of you who like your cocktails, I mean, I haven't had a drink in a month, so I'm very proud of myself. For those of you who like the cocktails, the first week is the hardest. Once you get past that first week, actually, it's like that for the food too. Once you get past that first week, I think you feel like you have skin in the game now. And it's harder to walk away and be like, screw this. Because you've already gone in 7 days and you're like, I can do this. The second week is so much easier and so much more fun because you're like getting in a groove and you're moving forward. So just stick it out. The next thing on mindset is I want you guys to remove this idea that this process is going to be perfect. And I talk about this so much on social media. It's not going to be perfect. Life is not perfect. You're going to have days where life throws you curveballs and you're like, shit, this is not what I planned. The food sucked. The other day I made rice. It came out terrible. We had to, at the last minute, like, oh my God, what are we going to do? We have to throw in another carb. What do we have on hand? We didn't have frozen rice. It was a disaster, but we made the best of it. I didn't beat myself up because I had 2 yellow bees. I just was like, whatever, we'll fix it tomorrow. You know, like what can I do? The rice came out terrible. So you have to have that mindset of next. I'll do better next meal. I'll do better tomorrow, but I'm not going to stop. Failure, and I'm going to do like a reel on this, failure and success, they live in the same neighborhood. They're best friends. You can't have success without failure. And when I say failure, I mean failure in terms of making mistakes, in challenges, in bumps on the road. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to allow yourself to. It's just part of the process. That's how you learn. True failure to me is when you say, forget it, and you quit on yourself. That is failure. So this obsession with like, oh, failure is not an option, and I have to make this perfect, and it's going to be the best thing ever, and I'm just laser focused. Yes, I want you to be laser focused, but if something goes haywire, I don't want you to be like, I'm going to restart on Monday. No more restarting. No more restarting. We're moving forward. Every day, we move forward every single day. We are going to cross the finish line together. That is my objective. That is my goal, to help you feel great again and to cross the finish line with us so that we can celebrate that you finished this program and that you've established some new healthy lifestyles. Okay, shopping, which should happen today or tomorrow. Make sure that you go through the food list. The food list, I'm telling you, is your Bible right now. Know your calorie zone, have your list printed. Don't make the same mistake I made when I was going to start. I didn't have a real plan heading in because I'm not a plan ahead of the game kind of person. So that's why you have to figure out what works for you. I make stuff on the fly. That's the way I work. I'm here at home. I cook. What I feel like eating. I look in the refrigerator. I grab a bunch of stuff and then I make something. That's probably not going to work for you. So you have to have a game plan. What I would suggest is go through the list and pick 3 or 4 ingredients out of every food, out of every color container, and buy that. I know that we're trying to go for the 30, but on the first week, you don't need to buy 30 or everything on the list, okay? It's too much. That's what I did. I bought a whole bunch of things, and then I was like, oh my God, all these vegetables are gonna go bad. And I had to like scramble, and at the end of the week, cook them all before they went bad. Don't do that. If you go to Trader Joe's, you know, like buy your staples. Make sure you get the frozen brown rice. And I have a reel that I can share with you guys of my favorite things from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is a great option because they have all the stuff we need. Plus, it's really inexpensive compared to like Whole Foods or even Publix here in Florida. Trader Joe's is a way better value. Definitely get the frozen brown rice because you're gonna be eating a lot of freaking rice. I haven't eaten so much rice in my life, and I'm Cuban, so imagine that how much rice we're eating. Make sure that when you're shopping, one of the major things, and I'm sure the veterans will shake their heads in agreement, is the reading of the labels. I personally, I don't like grocery shopping. My husband does it, so I've never really been the one to be reading labels. But even now, when I do go, I'm more aware of the stuff that's in the food that I'm buying. This program, the intention is to minimize and almost cut out sugar. Almost everything has sugar when you buy it packaged. So you have to look at the containers, at the labels, and read and make sure that what you're buying does not have excess sugar. If the 10 grams per day is the limit, then you gotta be super intentional about what you're buying. Anything with added sugars is a no. Absolutely not. Do not buy it. Don't even waste your money on it. Look for something else. Vegetables, I tend to not buy frozen vegetables. I like natural. Pasta sauces are a big culprit. Rayo has a great one with 0 added sugar. It's RAO. That's the one I'll put in the chat. Oops. RAO. That's a great one because it doesn't have added sugars. So that is something you have to pay attention to. Make sure that everything that you buy is gluten-free. You can eat pasta, but it has to be chickpea or red lentil. It's on the food list. Like I said, the bread, I did buy a Canyon bread here. I don't know if they have that everywhere, but it's frozen. But after the fact, when I really looked at it, it has added sugars. That's why I've only eaten it one time because it does have added sugars. So you have to be super aware of what you're buying. And I think that's one of the things that this program is going to give you is this education on how to proceed. Even if you decide that you don't want to continue to do the gut protocol nutrition plan moving forward, it's going to give you the tools to be very aware of the things that affect your gut, your skin, your moods, and also your bloating, which is a big one. A lot of the women in group 1 have told me that their bloating has decreased significantly. God knows what it was. It could have been the gluten, it could have been the sugar. Sugar is affecting us, so you have to be super aware. As far as intolerances, if you want to do a journal, that is a great idea so that you can track. And I know there's a document there that you can print that has the poop. So embarrassing, but everyone poops. Make sure that you're looking at that and that you know maybe something you eat one day, like sometimes beans could be harsh on the stomach. So if you recognize that, for me, red beans, for whatever reason, and I love red beans, they're just not good for me. So I've stopped buying it because I'm not going to be doing that. Chickpeas, very little gas. They're like amazing. So that's definitely a go. But that's the kind of awareness that this is going to bring into your life. I can't eat cauliflower. For the life of me, I cannot eat cauliflower. I'm not even going to go there ever again. Like, it's bad. So those are the things you have to be aware of. You can journal your mood. You can journal your sleep. And that's, as far as that is tracking for the workouts. If you're going to do the workouts, print your trackers. I'm all about the tracking. Look, see, I write down everything I do, everything. Have them handy so that you know what you're doing. That way, if you do round 2, which the workouts are amazing, that way you can make progress, right? Because the only way you can make progress on your fitness is by tracking and knowing what weight you use. There's no way you're going to remember what you did the last time. So hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. And I forgot about my lunch on the stove. Wonderful. Okay. So the workouts, that is super simple. The workouts are on a different tile, 4 weeks for everybody. And then you, as you complete them, it will just prompt you to keep going. So it's super simple to use. And I think that's it. Oh, the fermented foods. Personally, I've been doing the pickled onions. There is a requirement to do them 3 times a week. They taste amazing. I can share it again. I found the recipe online. It's really easy to use and make. I don't know if this is acceptable, but I've just been reusing the liquid. I just keep throwing onions in there and they taste amazing. So the pickled onions work. I tried sauerkraut. It's okay. I did not try the blueberries because I heard it's like an experiment to make them, and I was like, I'm not doing that. So I rather eat the onions. And I think that's it. I'll open it to questions now. Anybody got questions for me? Please don't be nervous. If there's something that you need to ask it now.
Hey, Becky, it's Trish. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. My question is, and I know that I asked this before, but am I able just to have black coffee, even if it's a small amount, like 8 ounces, 3 times a week? Am I still able to have caffeine?
Yeah, the caffeine is also limited. I think it's 200 milligrams a day, right, guys? The ones that have done it before, something, or yeah, 200. So it's 3 times a week, black. You can use stevia. That's also on the food list. And then you can, every other, maybe you switch off. And I personally love drinking coffee on the weekends. It's like a ritual. So I rather save it for the weekends and then, maybe Wednesday and then Saturday, Sunday. The other days you can do a tea that has caffeine. You can do the matcha, which it's not bad. Some people hate it. I don't think it's that bad. It's just not coffee, but the point of this is to see how coffee is affecting you and caffeine is affecting you. Here's the thing, Trish, and I'll be completely honest. The amount of energy that we have, I mean, I have so much freaking energy that it's ridiculous. It looks like a lot of people that I talked to that were drinking absurd amount of coffee all day long. No wonder people can't sleep. If you're drinking absurd amount of caffeine all day long, it's affecting you. And it's a dependency where here it's really backing you off from that and allowing your body to develop natural energy from the foods that you're eating. So, it's going to be rough if you're drinking coffee and it's just a habit. You may have headaches, take Advil, just push through it. Because I think what we're going to be experiencing once that energy kicks in, you're going to be like, wow, this is unreal. Like how I feel right now, I wish I could bottle it. It's hard to explain. It's this clarity, this mental clarity, this energy. I wake up in the morning, and before I was always like thinking about when I could go back to sleep. And now I'm like, I wake up, today I woke up at 5:15. I'm like, Jesus Christ, but why? Why at 5:15? And I'm just like, I'm ready to go, which is weird. I'm ready to go. So that's something to look forward to. So I hope I answered your question. Long answer.
Hey, so I am totally new to everything, the containers, Beachbody, the whole thing. I have never done a low sugar anything, and I'm like a sugar queen. So I'm a little anxious to start and kind of just to see, what should I probably, I'm a nurse too, so I kind of have a decent background on things, but I mean, I'm guessing that first week, the headaches are probably going to be there. And I'm also an avid coffee drinker too. So I'm guessing the fluids are going to be super important. And then just having Advil on board for headaches.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're going to definitely go through some kind of detoxing. That's for sure. Sorry, you're muted again. Hold on.
Sorry.
Can you unmute? Okay, you're muted now. Yeah, I think, Rachel, you're gonna definitely experience some detoxing. Just wanted to be honest. Definitely have your water on hand and then do your best. I think once you get your Shakeology, that's gonna be something that's gonna add it, just extra layer of, it'll replace, because you're gonna be getting so much good nutrition. There's a little bit of caffeine in it. And it's, for me, I use it as a kind of like a dessert, even though I drink it as my second meal. I make it in a way where it's like a Frosty, and it gives me the idea that I'm eating something sweet. So maybe that could be something to look forward to replacing the sugar in your life. But it is gonna be, oh my God, now I have a phone call. Give me a second. My son has an orthodontist. Sorry. And I don't even know if I'm on. Am I still on? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, Rachel, you're just gonna have to take it day by day.
Yep. And actually, Patty had given me Shakeology to start, so I have some to go for the first week.
Okay. I'll share. I'll put it in a shorter video, or maybe I'll just type it up. I make my shake in a very specific way every single day so that it tastes like a Frosty. And maybe that's something that you should do. You can prep it ahead of time, put it in a Yeti or one of those cups, those insulated cups, and take it with you to work. It'll be something that you can then drink later or eat later. It's, for me, it's a game changer. Oh, another thing, for those of you who like have full-time jobs and are in an office setting or something like that, I would definitely, I don't know if they will allow it, buy like a cheap air fryer and take it with you to work and leave it there. To me, fresh vegetables and freshly cooked vegetables are a game changer. I don't like reheating vegetables, and something, a small air fryer where you can just cook 8 minutes and you have your food fresh is something that maybe make this process a little more enjoyable. So that's just, when I was working full time, I had a blender at work, and I had a Foreman grill, and I had a toaster oven, and I would literally cook my food at work. So that's something that for me, it's always been important to be ready to go and to have easy, good meals. Speaking of the meals, I think Eileen and I think Trish too had mentioned about the complicated food. I don't eat complicated food, and I think nobody in this group of the veterans do. We cook easy things that you can put together quickly. I think once you understand how the combinations work, in my world, a carb, a vegetable or two, a protein, a spoon. That's how I set up my meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. From there, you plug and play. Okay, if you know you need to eat 2 of yellow A's, then that means oatmeal in the morning, rice at lunch, a potato or pasta or something different for dinner. It's all a matter of getting your brain used to how you are gonna plug those things into your life. The vegetable, okay, today I feel like eating Asian, carrots, zucchini, broccoli slaw. Cook it together, throw it in a bowl, add a tofu, add shrimp if it's for dinner. There you go. I don't cook complicated food. I spend time on Instagram looking at accounts that are gut health friendly, vegan friendly. I've already saved all this stuff on my notes so that I can share it with you guys. These accounts can give you ideas. One of my favorite meals has come from one of these accounts, and it's a salmon Asian bowl that has avocado, Persian cucumbers are like one of my new favorite things. And we add broccoli slaw, the salmon on top with that spicy mayo that I've shared on my Instagram. And it is amazing, and it's super easy to make. So it's just doing a little bit of research and then figuring out what your favorite things are. It's not hard, and food should not be hard. You can throw a bunch of stuff together, just eat it, season it, and eat it. It's not difficult. So we need to move away from overcomplicating the matter because it's not that difficult. Other questions?
Becky, for us veterans, do you want us to start back with the cooked veggies, or can we do salads starting off?
No, you just continue. You don't
Just
need to
keep
go
going.
back to that. Oh, that's actually a great point, Patty. Thank you for bringing that up. So for those of you who are not accustomed to eating so many vegetables, and it's a lot of vegetables, Autumn recommends that the first week you stay away from raw vegetables because your body's gonna freak out at the level of fiber. You may get gassy. You may have some stomach issues, digestion. So the first week, for those of you who are not currently eating a crap ton of vegetables like I do, stick to cooked veggies. On the second week, she allows for salads, all kinds of salads. So that's something to think about. And as you're planning your meals, think about that and how the raw thing plays. Okay, so stick to your cooked veggies the first week. The veterans, you guys are good. Just keep going. The veterans also, I don't know if you're going to start doing reintroduction, but that's something that you should watch the videos on and figure out what you're going to do about that. Yeah. Other questions? I don't know. I think I covered it all. You can also go through the group and look at the old photos that have been posted. And I've been going through my stories. I'm going to put more on my highlights of some of my meal ideas so that you guys can go and check that out. Look at my reels. I have the one of the shopping. I have the spicy mayo recipe. Please share. That one's doing really well. Keep sharing it. What else do I have? What I eat in a day. I have that reel there. I also have the how to cook tofu in there. I love tofu, but I liked it even before this. I think I love it for Asian, for Mexican style. I haven't done anything else, but I really like it. And that I have a reel on that. And in case you're wondering how to implement the vegan lunches, I do it for lunch every single day because I rather eat protein at dinner. And since my kids, whatever protein I'm making, they're eating it too. So I'm not doing tofu at dinner because my kids are not going to eat that. So Larry and I have been doing vegan lunches and then animal protein at night. Steak, red meat, it's on the list once a week. Once a week. Okay, that's on the red sheet for the red containers. Go ahead.
I got one more question for you. Have you, I'm sure you have, or anybody else tried the collagen in is it Power Greens or I don't know, it's like a green powder.
Okay, well, collagen is one thing. I use collagen I drink it in my shake every day. It's flavorless and it's good for your skin and stuff like that, your nails, your hair. And then the Power Greens, I have bought it in the past, but honestly, thank you for bringing this up. But you have like good questions that jog my memory. The Power Greens can be added to, you can drink it with water. You can add it to your shake. Personally, and I'm all about the Beachbody products, I rather put 2 handfuls of spinach in my shake that doesn't change the flavor of my shake than to put the Power Greens that taste like I'm eating grass. That's my opinion.
Okay, thank you.
If you're having issues getting your vegetables in, guys, throw vegetables in your shake. I do, even my kids do it. Like, honestly, it changes the color. It does not change the flavor. And you're just drinking your vegetables. You can throw 2 handfuls of spinach. Zucchini works awesome. And it makes it smooth. Like the zucchini makes your shake super smooth. And it doesn't change the flavor. Autumn does cauliflower. Yuck. You can try it. That's just disgusting. It makes your shake taste like fish. It's gross. Like, ugh. Besides that, it gives me gas. I don't want my shake tasting like fish.
I love it.
So you like it? Oh no.
Yeah, I've been doing it and I really like it. And normally the funny thing is fresh cauliflower gives me like really bad gas. For some reason, the frozen rice cauliflower, it doesn't. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know.
But you guys can try that. That is definitely a golden tip, is to put a vegetable in your shake, because that is a no-brainer. You don't even have to prep anything. You just throw it in there and it's gone and you drink it. So that's something I do every single day. and it's like a golden tip. So yeah, any other questions? Any of the newbies? Jody, Janina, Elizabeth, Rachel. Rachel already spoke. And there's someone else I can't see. It says iPhone. Who it is? Tiffany, anything? Tiffany's got abs now. We're killing it. Oh, and I wanted to just give a shout out to Patty because I'm going to be honest, I was a little nervous when she told me that she had the gastric sleeve. I was like, oh my God, I don't know. I don't even know how to handle this. Autumn told me, I went straight to Autumn and I was like, Autumn, I don't know what to tell her. And she's like, first of all, we're not doctors, but she can do this. And she is eating all the food. And she's dropped 30 something inches. So she's killing it. Yeah. She started at the beginning of March with Portion Fix and then jumped into, which she already had the ball rolling, jumped into Gut Protocol, and she's killing it. She dropped down how many pounds?
I lost 2 more, so I'm down 21 pounds.
Amazing.
But
so she
12
actually
pounds since beginning of protocol.
Wow. Amazing. So she's had to readjust her calories because, you know, like for me, I'm in maintenance. I'm not going to be messing around with where I am. It works. Where I am works, and I know this. But someone who has a lot of weight to lose, as you start to lose, you should recalculate to make sure that you're still within the right calorie zone. So she did that. I think she started in D, but you bumped down to C, didn't you? Because it was too much.
So actually, last week I went down 1 because I talked with people from my bariatric, and so I just had to kind of go down a little because the calorie intake that we're supposed to have, I was having way too much, but I wanted to stick to the program and I wanted to get the veggies and everything. So I'm actually in a plan B.
And B, okay.
And I'm satisfied, like I'm full and like I have no.
Okay, that's awesome. So she did what Autumn recommended. Go talk to your doctor and see what they say. But she's been steadily losing inches, which is more important than the pounds, and she's succeeding. So, you know, Patty, that's a golden ticket to be talking to the people. Like if you have friends that have done the surgery too, that just reassure them that they can do this. I think it's valuable to be able to understand what nutrition does for your body, and that's at the bottom line what this is about. What I'm eating currently, how is it affecting me? And one of the things you're going to become more aware of as time goes on is that of the habits that you've created now that you think, like my friend Larissa was like, I don't understand why she was in round 1. I don't understand why my clothes are so tight. And then when she started this program, she realized that they were mindlessly drinking wine every single day, just because they were cooking and they were drinking wine. And then you start picking at the food and you start eating crackers and you start eating chips and all those things, those little things, it's a compound effect. They start to add up over time. Negatively, they add up over time. And before you know it, you're like, I don't know how I got here. I'm eating healthy, quote unquote. I hear that all the time. I eat healthy. And what does that mean? So this is going to give you awareness, like, wow, this is what I was doing. No wonder I feel like this. So pay attention to your body. Just accept the journey. Just let's take it day by day. Let's not think about that it's a month. It goes by so fast. Like, it goes by so fast. Just let's take it day by day. Be a beginner. Allow yourself to be coached. We all are beginners. I'm still like learning and learning new things and eating new foods and finding new combinations, and it's super fun. Like, I love it. So I'm definitely not leaving this behind. So does anybody have any other questions before we close out?
No, thank you.
Okay. Oh, you're welcome. So I want to say congratulations to round 1. You guys did it. Tomorrow is it. If you're already thinking about having a glass of wine, wait till Monday, because you're out of round 1 on Monday, even though we're stepping into round 2. So you guys deserve all the success. Thank you for inspiring me, for going through this process with me. And you guys have added so much value to my life. Like, I don't want to cry. I always cry. Really, like the excitement that I feel right now has so much to do with you guys. So thank you. Thank you for trusting me, for trusting Autumn, and just for being part of this. We're going to continue doing this. And I want us to like find people. We can change so many people's lives if we just like have the balls to go out there and share it and talk about it, your experience. This is your journey. You can't share about this wrong. It's your story and how it's improving your life. We have to go out there and use this to change lives. People are suffering in silence. Like, why hold this back? You share restaurants, you share movies, you share lipstick that you like. Why can't you share this? That's my point. Why can't you share this? All right, guys, let's take a picture. If you guys, can you turn on your cameras, please, so we can take a group picture?
Okay, wait, I'm not too smart at this. Hold on. Camera.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Look at Janina. Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, guys, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, I got it. I will share it in the group if you guys want to share it. I'll share the recording. And please, if you have any questions today and tomorrow, let's answer them. Like, text me, tag me, get a hold of me, get a hold of somebody, like all of us. It's better that you ask the questions in the group because the veterans can help out with the answers. But if you just need to message me direct, text me, and let's just do this. Right now, today and tomorrow is your golden hour to be absolutely ready. Monday is not the time to start prepping this shit. You need to do this now. All right? So let's do this. Together, we're going to succeed. And that's it. Have a good weekend. Bye.